You're listening to the Impact Implosion on the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
It's another episode of the Impact Implosion here on the AngryMarks Podcast Network. As always, I am Seth Drake, and on the other end is the Moose Shaolin suit, my Moose coming to America suit, Mr. Mike Poland.
Yes, the King and I, the Moose and I.
Yes. So I did not see Bound for Glory, but Mike did. So you could fill us in, Mike, on what happened.
Well, we start off with Seidel and Ethan Page against Swan and Mac, and it's a good, fast-paced opener. And basically what we have is, in the end, it's, I believe, Swan scoring the pin on Seidel, surprisingly enough. I guess they weren't going to beat Page this early on, but I would have thought they would have had maybe Swan eat the fall of Seidel. And then they gave away free seats, I guess, in the front row after the first match.
I guess the people didn't show up, and they're like, we're giving away these seats. Fuck it.
Fuck it, we're giving away these seats. Next time, show up, folks. Yep. Our next match is the Eli Drake Open Challenge, which is answered by James Ellsworth at first.
Oh, boy. And I already got booed.
The only guy who can go for a baby, the cheap pop and get booed.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, they were expecting to be a baby face here, and nope, that didn't happen. Also, he isn't from New York. Also, he isn't from New York. So,
Did I used to date a girl from Staten Island? Sure, that's fine. You dated Carmelo on screen. Good for you. Drake blows through him and demands I want a Hall of Famer, I want a champion. Here comes Abyss.
And this wasn't much.
Abyss choke slams him through a table, and more on that later.
Yeah.
What was next? It was Tessa and Taya, which Tessa won, and I didn't really watch the match, so I'm not sure what happened there.
I heard that Taya was going to win, but there was some shenanigans that happened with the ropes.
Yeah, I didn't watch the match. What was next? It was, I think, Moose and Eddie Edwards, which goes about 90 seconds until Killer Cross gets involved because he was in the crowd somehow. He did not buy a ticket.
Maybe he got that free ticket.
So that's why they gave away the free ticket.
That's why they gave away because Moose was going to steal those guys' seats.
And here comes Tommy Dreamer, and we have a no DQ match for 10 minutes, and Moose and Eddie Edwards actually gets the win over Moose by a pinfall here, and then gets laid out.
Yep.
And then next is
shocker.
Next is the
OV rules match.
Was it, or was it the LAX match?
No, the OV rules match was first.
And we got this. No, I thought the LAX. Oh yeah, because they had to pull up the ring boards in the OV in the LAX match.
Yeah.
Which is why they had the alley segment before the main event.
Yeah.
But more on that in a minute. This is a brawl, and basically it ends with Callahan and OVE landing, I guess, 20 or 30 super kicks on Cage. Almost said Page. Yeah, and Callahan is the first man to pin Page.
After a pile driver.
Cage. After a pile driver, yep. And they're going to build up that feud now. Which really doesn't need the X Division title, but...
Yeah, no, I did not see Brian Cage taking the pin.
Nope.
I don't think
anyone taking it.
I saw if anyone from the Lucha Brothers, I thought it was going to be Phoenix.
Yep.
Or
our next match is the LAX match. And, I don't know why you would sign on for this type of a match.
Yeah.
Not pretty. LAX wins, but more on that later.
Yeah.
And the main event? No,
then we go to the Undead Realm.
And Allie beats up some of the Undead Brides with axes. Makes it to the casket, but here comes Su Yung.
She chops people. She freaking kills people.
It's B-level horror movie, everybody.
Yeah. And somebody tried to I saw this segment, and someone tried to defend it that this was Broken Hardy universe. Just because the segment is awesomely bad does not make it Broken Hardy universe.
It's a fun segment, but
the lighting kills it. I think it felt more like the Wyatt compound than it did
or the House of Horrors.
Yeah, it just really looked terrible. And cuts were horrible.
We get the return of Rosemary.
Yep.
You're not supposed to be here, and you should leave now.
Yep. And Allie's now not the same.
She's possessed, and eventually we're going to have Rosemary versus Su Yung for Allie's soul.
Yeah, because we saw Allie touch her own body after James Mitchell specifically said, "Don't touch." She touched her own soul. Yeah, don't
Good
touch.
Idea.
Yeah, I'll touch anyway.
You dumb baby face.
Yeah, don't touch. Yeah, I'll just hold her hand while I'll just hold her hand for a minute. That's touching, you dumb moron.
And more on that later. We have Austin Aries and Johnny Impact, and this is a good match with a very a talked about finish, because Impact wins, but apparently, and he wins the title, and we get a celebration, and apparently it's Aries' last
after the
match.
finisher, Aries pops up immediately, flips off
He
Donna.
pulls a Sid.
He basically
pulls a Sid.
Yeah, he tells Don Callis to fuck off. He flips the crowd off and leaves.
He pulls a Sid. Minus flipping the crowd off.
Yeah.
And people don't get that reference. Sid did that at the first Super Brawl on his way to WWE. Yep. And I mean, it's a good show. They'll be back on pay-per-view at the beginning of the year with Homecoming from the Asylum in Nashville. So they're going back there.
Oh yeah, Homecoming at the Asylum.
The Tennessee State Fairgrounds, everybody.
Yep. Gotta go back.
And
who says you can't go home?
Bon Jovi.
I know. Who says you can't go home? Who says you can't go
and
back?
The one from the band there, Jennifer Nettle. And we got news.
Yeah, big news. Next week, because Gilmore Girls, Impact moves to 10 p.m. from 8 p.m.
Because the Gilmore Girls repeats are more important.
Yes, Gilmore Girls is getting 8 and 9 p.m.
Following The Young and the Restless.
Yep. That should, and unfortunately for Impact, this would normally a company would say, we need to get out of here, but Impact can't because they've already burned those other bridges.
How long do they sign for a deal with Pop, do you know?
I have no idea.
Good God.
No idea.
And Aries is gone, but
rumor.
Albert, your favorite wrestler and mine, might be coming back.
They said that, and then Impact immediately denied it. Immediately.
Good.
Said, no!
Good.
Yeah. No, we're not doing that.
We don't need another tyrant back. Come on now.
Sorry, we're not doing that. And I'm like,
we'll find someone else to challenge John Hennigan. We got Johnny Impact. We've got enough guys. I'm feeling the money match with Johnny Impact if he holds the title to January is with Pentagon.
yeah. So
Maybe.
Thank God for that.
Or possibly Moose.
Yeah. So now we have. By the way, if you didn't get the Coming to America, yeah, Moose came out looking like Eddie Murphy from Coming to America.
Living in America.
Coming to America. Yeah, Eddie had.
And not Kendo Suzuki.
Yeah. Let's just say, if there's one positive the Moose's heel turns, it's that he's decided to wear the douchiest costumes ever. Fuck it.
I'm going to become a stereotype.
I'm just going to be an asshole. Wear these gaudy suits, garish suits.
And I'm going to try to hit on Mackenzie Mitchell every week.
Oh, yeah. He does. He wanted her to be his queen.
His main squeeze. Anyway, on to Impact.
Oh, yeah. On to Impact.
This is actually not a bad show.
No, we started off with Johnny Impact came out. He said, well, last night showed craziness. That craziness is what got me into wrestling. Even when it wasn't cool, I still loved it. And I loved breakdancing and parkour, which also wasn't cool at the time. But I still wanted to do it, so I did it. And they told me that doing my own movie with my own budget, it was a bad idea. I did it, and guess what? Even if it's in the dollar bin at Dollar General, I've still put a smile on my face.
You won't put any money in your pocket, though.
No, he doesn't mind. He just did it. He just wanted to do it. So he said, I kept everyone, I had the look, but it wasn't going to be my night. It wasn't going to be my night. I started to believe it was never going to be my night. Almost believed it. But now I'm here with the top belt. This was a very good opening segment for Impact. And he said, taking on all comers. I'm not going to politic my way. I'm not going to hide behind two goons. If you deserve it, I'm going to give you a title shot.
Yep. And here comes Ray Phoenix.
Phoenix says, congrats to Johnny Impact. But Phoenix talks about how he has won every belt in every company he's been in. But he has never won a belt in Impact. And he wants to fight Johnny for a title shot next week. And Johnny says, we'll do it next week.
We'll do it next week at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll do the 10. That's our main squeeze for the 10 o'clock thing.
Yep.
Event here.
Taya Valkyrie and Katarina.
Oh, and by the way, we gotta keep saying that Impact is now Impact After Dark. As if it's going to be
happen different. After dark.
Yeah. What'll happen to Impact After Dark?
Less people will watch.
Yep.
Thank goodness for DVRs in this case.
They announced the main event will be Brian Cage defending the belt against Rich Swann. And, excuse me for a minute, I got to get some more water. God damn.
And Allie versus Alicia Edwards, Ethan Page versus Trevor Lee, and more.
Sorry about that, everyone. I had to get some water. I had to refill. Yeah. So.
And
Dreamer's
I said what else was coming up. Anyway.
Dreamer's backstage.
Versus
Dreamer's backstage first, talking about how Moose could have been one of the best, but you keep taking shortcuts, and you need to not do that. So I'm going to beat you tonight. And you know what? I'm going to concuss. I know that isn't politically correct in today's age, but I don't give a damn. And I'm like,
what a way to end the promo. Anyway, here when we go back outside where Moose is.
Yeah, Moose and Cross arrive from the streets. As Moose is in his shout, he's like, "You like my Shaolin suit, Mackenzie?" And she's like,
I don't think she cares. Anyway.
And Moose talks about, it's like, you look good. I look good. And he's like, oh, Eddie Moose, Tommy Dreamer challenged me? Well, and then Chris Killer Cross butts in and says, no, we accept your match tonight, but it's going to be me.
Goody. Bait and switch. Next.
So then it's Katarina versus Taya. And the announcers...
Katarina got way too much offense.
The announcers kind of thank Katarina for Grado's retirement. So is Grado gone? If so, yes!
I only hope.
But I hope Joe Hendry stays. But yeah, Taya hits the Road to Valor. I thought this was a decent match.
Yep, this should have been Taya running through her, though, and then she cuts,
By the way, Mackenzie ran all the way from the outside, all the way into the building to do this interview.
Got one of JB's bikes.
Yeah, got the
skateboard.
Found his skateboard. Found
the dynamic dude skateboard.
Yeah, so she says you had a tough loss against Taya, and you had chances to win, and so Taya's like, despite all this, I did lose, but I am disappointed in Tessa for needing that crap like that to beat her, needing help like that. So, I used to respect Tessa, but now I don't.
We got to continue this feud because we got nobody else right now.
Oh, yeah. Then Matt Sydal and Ethan Page are outside for a promo, talking about Third Eyes. While they lost to Swan and Mac at Bound for Glory, Page says, this doesn't hurt as much as it used to, this loss.
Oh, I guess Sydal lives a semi-charmed life.
But, yeah, suffering is universal. So I'm going to give that to Trevor Lee tonight. Namaste. Suffering universal. Namaste. And then, as one of the dumb commercials, we have a new VIP poo spray commercial.
Oh, good. Are they still showing the one with Frank Thomas filling that product, that male enhancement or whatever it is?
I haven't seen that in a while, but the big one now is the guy at the a pilot on a plane talking about how he needs to take a dump and how it needs to smell nice.
Oh, Jesus. No, just flush it when you're done. How do you think it...
Yeah.
What is he going... Is he, going... Is it like one of those one-person planes? How do you take a shit in that?
I don't know. So...
Oh, my God.
So, Raheem Raju's
out... rapping for some reason.
So, yeah, Raheem Raju's outside, and again, gets hit with a broom by Gama Singh. It seems that Gama Singh always has
to face me.
Yep, it needs a test. You need the test. You need to fight me, and I'm like, oh, God.
We go from a good main event to a bad lower card match.
And then we go to Trevor Lee versus Ethan Page.
All ego.
All ego?
All ego. That's what it said in the video. All ego Ethan Page.
All ego, yeah, that's his nickname. So This was another decent match. My friend was asking, when did Trevor Lee turn face? And I'm like, I think he turned face in Mexico when with Eli Drake.
Where's his buddy?
I don't know what happened. Ever since that whole thing, he's been MIA. So, yeah, Ethan Page wins with the Uranagi. Then we get another backstage interview with Swan and Mac. Swan talks about how it's been a roller coaster ride of a year. And they beat those two guys who were looking for enlightenment or something. He says, I have a huge opportunity tonight. Mac says, You do have a huge opportunity, but you're going to have to do this on your own because fair is fair. I'm not going to be. I'm going to be in the back. So, and Swan says, "Cage, you're in for the fight of your life tonight."
Yep.
Then we had to recap Allie's trip to the undead realm.
Hello, demon. Hello, bunny. You're not supposed to be here.
Yeah. So we didn't see Allie backstage, and she has dark hair now with blonde strips. And Kier's like, "Hey, you haven't talked to me since that whole thing." But Allie's like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
We'll find out.
Mm-hmm. So GWN moment of the week: Eric Young beats Magnus to win the world title. The reason this happened: Daniel Bryan won at Mania that year, and they both have beards. Seriously, that was the reason.
Yay, logic.
Yeah, seriously.
Dixie Carter, everybody.
Dixie Carter thought that'd be it. We need to ape off Daniel Bryan's title win at WrestleMania 30. So what do? We're looking for a guy with a beard, and a guy who deserves.
And he's an underdog.
So, yep. Underdog with a beard. Eric Young. Here you go.
Get a title. You get a title.
So, yeah. So, Peter Williams is backstage with Scarlett Bordeaux, and he's like, "You saw that Fatal 4-Way win? I won ever." Scarlett's like, "You're not the only one that gets shot. I'm not looking for just one. I'm not ready to give one yet, because I'm looking for even fans for the talent search." Why?
That's a good idea. That's
Why?
a good idea.
I know. I don't know why.
Even Don Callis, when Matthews was mentioning that that fans can send videos, he's like, Bobo's going to be making sure those videos are clean.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, why? Why would you do this? So, Tommy Dreamer fights Killer Cross. And this match should not have been as long as it was.
No.
But the finish
no Tommy Dreamer match in 2018 or any year for the last decade should be as long as it is.
The finish were Cross destroyed Dreamer so bad to the point that the ref had to stop the match. And then afterwards, they beat the crap out of Dreamer, and Moose hits a spear.
No one makes a save because nobody cares.
So, segment to show Abyss's Hall of Fame speech seems really good, that he really took this in stride.
Remember, there's two things that matter in life: when you're born and what you're going to do with it.
Yeah, he did. He seems really good about this. So,
It was a good little speech, and then you have
Then we go to Eli Drake at the back.
Who's going to sue the company for unsafe work environment.
Yeah. Look at that concrete jungle match, for example. I'm suing you, Impact, for unsafe work environment.
This is going to bring somebody back in a few weeks.
So, LAX is at the bar, celebrating their win over the OGs, but the OGs show up, and they're like, "Look, as you can see," because he shows his fingers, which are taped up, and he's like, "As you can see, I had a meeting with the bosses," saying that the bosses probably beat the shit out of him. So they at least gave me part of New York, and which means I got to stay on my side. You got to stay on your side. And LAX is like, "Well, you're on our side right now, so get the hell out of here." And they're like, "Okay."
They solemnly walk out of the bar.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. Damn it.
Yep. Thank God this is over. No more running over of kids. So,
and main event time, is it?
No, it's Allie versus Alicia Edwards now.
Oh, boy.
Alicia Edwards is still green as grass. But at one point in this match,
been in the business as long as she has, she's still
Allie has gone crazy. She slaps herself, screams, and beats the crap out of Alicia before hitting a code breaker for the win, and continues punching after winning. Kira has to calm Allie down out of her trance, and she's like, "What did I do? Oh, shit." I'm sorry for what I did, and Alicia's not having any part of it. Meanwhile, the crowd's chanting, Psycho Bunny.
Psycho Alley.
I thought it was Psycho Bunny.
No, it's Psycho Alley.
So, they did
I like Alley's look, though.
Yeah.
The gimmick, not so much. The look is fine, though.
So they did a coming soon thing with a vignette that tells you it's Jordan Grace. And they basically tell you Jordan Grace is coming soon.
Ooh, that's good. That's a good get.
Yeah. So main event time, Brian Cage versus Rich Swann. Very fun match. They did the really good match. Again, Rich Swann did a lot of kicks and stuff, but this time Cage was ready and did what he rarely uses on Impact, which is the Weapon X finisher to get the win.
What's the Weapon X?
Which is that complicated gory special with it's kind of complex. So yeah, so he wins with that gory special, complicated slam and stuff. Then Sami Callihan shows up to show the video of him pinning Cage at Bound for Glory, and then takes it. He wants the belt, and Chief shots him, but Cage gets back on top. The Chris have to make the save, and one of the Chris get beat up. If it was Jake, and they have to pull him out and that's the end of the show.
B.
This show a B, yeah. I gave the show a B. It was for a C until the main event. It was a C because the matches were decent, but the main event was fun.
Good show. A good show to follow up your pay-per-view, and you can kind of see where they're going with some of these things.
Yeah, I do like the idea that how Cage got beat. It took a massive amount of super kicks and a pile driver to finally big down the big man, which it means that they're going to have to do a lot. Sami Callihan's going to have to do a lot to maybe beat him in a one-on-one match for the belt.
When we get that eventually.
Yeah, we'll get that eventually. We'll get a lot of things eventually. Next week we'll get Rey Fenix versus Impact for the Impact title, and that should be really good. So
plugs. Anything to plug?
Anything to plug? No. Do you have anything to plug?
Yes, I do, and that would be the Angry Marks Rewind show, which this past week we did November to Remember 99, which is ECW. This coming week we'll be going into WCW in 1992 with Halloween Havoc, which features the first ever Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal, and a bunch of other things.
The first appearance of Cheatham. The first appearance of Cheatham. The midget. With an eye patch.
Is he in that?
Oh, with the first Spin the Wheel, Make a Deal with Jake Roberts and Sting? Yeah, he was in that.
Really? I don't remember that.
Yeah, Cheatham was in that. Cheatham's in all three
videos,
of those.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was in all three of the videos, yeah. For to sell
the wheel, make the deal. Spin
the wheel, make the deal. Make a deal.
Yeah, should be a fun show to cover. And on that note, I have nothing else to sell.
Well, with that being said, Miley, we are heading to bed.
Good night, everybody.